Right, hello, and welcome. We are back again today playing some more of the Hand of Merlin. We started yesterday. The first run was very short. Second run, we actually managed to get to the second area, to the last fight in the second area, before we were brutally murdered by cockatrices. Those things are new kind of special hell, I'll be honest with you. But we did, during that run, manage to unlock 2 new characters, which we will be trying out today. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it, shall we? I got some feedback saying that my mic volume was lower than the game volume, so I've adjusted some stuff. Hopefully it's better for you guys, but yeah. We're going to continue doing on normal mode. I can't wait to see what other cores there might be. Like, there is Merlin, yeah, but I didn't think there was going to be others. What spells are we going to take? We got the restore health. Health one is good, though the evasion one does really save lives, so I think I might switch to that one. I've got another gem to use. Let's get a 3-star, because you can only have 1 of each tier, it seems. Pull enemies into an area, that might be good. Reduce their damage and reduce their movement. Yeah, let's get a black hole. Sure. So we unlocked Saphir last time, the youngest son of the Saracen king and brother to Sir Sigvardius and Palamedes. He's once a knight of the Round Table, but the war between Arthur and Lancelot left him an outcast. So we're gonna take him. For sure. Merowyn's coming back with us. And Rana is the other person we got. She seems to have a little bit more starting health and armor. Same amount of power, but less range when it comes to attacks. And also, she has a little bit more movement, so that should be good. She also starts with Harrow, but she doesn't start with the armor repair thing. So, or Hallow, sorry, not armor repair. So that should be interesting. Add her. And let's jump right into it, shall we? Yep, everything's running, everything's good. Switch things up today, got myself a nice coffee. Made a caramel latte. Yeah, gonna squid through the things there. On use. Let's switch it up to that one instead of on misses. Yeah. Follow her, get a bandage. Oh. So you always seem to get a different starting item, so that's nice. Restoring health is nice, but getting mana, let's get that. That might be a repeat use one. Late in the day, after spending the whole day on the winding path through the hills, you finally find a good place to camp. Okay. Talk around the fire? Rana paces around the fire, making shapes with her hands and casts shadows of animals as she speaks. When I was a child, my master taught me that there are 3 worlds. One which is the one in the middle. Is that all? I asked him. Just 3? She smiles, remembering the innocence of youth. Creation seemed so small to me. But now I know there are many more worlds. Another world beneath them. Old and hungry. Wonder whether it's better not to know about it. Notice something amiss? Quiet, Merowyn says suddenly, raising her hand. I hear footsteps. I think we're about to be robbed. Oh, okay. Good to know. Okay, we got 3 guys. Anybody else? No, there's a 4th. Where is that? Oh, there he is. But I can't get to him. Get there. There. Pew pew him a little bit. Good hit. Broke his armor. Get there. Block the arrows. Or at least get some cover. Let's do some damage to him. Cool. Yeah, I wish I could have gotten you into cover. Would have been nice. Nice miss. I approve. Yeah, you're using up all your movement. You're using all your things on movement. Cool. Let's smack one and then put on shield block for the other. Yeah, get that resistance. Right, now we can finally get into the cover. He's out of out of my range. Smack you. Get a harrow. Or why do I keep calling that harrow? It's a hallow. Miss. Okay. That's barely gonna scratch him. Okay, he's got a parry. Don't bother doing damage to him. He's preparing a bomb, so he needs to go. Oh, ow. Okay, ow. Last turn. They're grouped up. Not really much he can do otherwise. You can switch over to here. Want to kill him before you can throw that bomb. 100% chance. Let's go. Good. And put you into Overwatch. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. I moved that a little bit. So it's right in elbow range, which sucks. Are you also gonna move down and shoot? Damn. Nice. He's now hallowed, so he did more damage. Nothing else you can really do. Let's move you away. Does that kill you? It does, excellent. So we now just got to the 2 archers to worry about. Put you there. Good, they're moving, spending both their movement to get to me. Perfect. Let's go smack him in the mouth. Pop that. Now he gets an extra AP so I can block after I do a hit. Let's finish him. I don't really want you taking any more health damage if I can avoid it. Let's move you away, because you got no armor. And that there. Preparing a bomb. Smack him. You can't kill him. So there's really no point in you running up this turn, because I don't want you to take extra damage, so we'll pass that one. Nice miss. Smack him. And dead. Okay, a little bit too much health damage on my one character, but that'll be alright. So do we want to go up or down? If we go up, we definitely will get some magical nodes, that's for sure. And the heroic node there. Thinking up. Yeah. Let's go this way. Late one night, a man stumbles into your camp. He's dressed like a hermit, but half his body is that of an aged warrior. His face is marked by a temporal scar. His eyes are wild but clear. Merlin, he shouts. Merlin, are you here? You return. Calm him down. You offer the man some water and he takes it gratefully. He's been traveling for some time, it would seem, seeking the spirit of Merlin. Ask him who he is. I am called Ulfin of... I can't pronounce that. Long ago, I was a soldier and a friend to King Uther Pendragon. Also, Arthur's father. I was with him that night that Merlin's magics helped him sneak into Tintagel to beget Arthur upon Yigna? No, her name was Igraine. Okay. Mind plays tricks on me. He pauses to collect his thoughts. Merlin had taken form then as a man called Britalis? Okay. We thought he served us. Now we see we were but pawns in some greater scheme. Tell me you served Merlin also? Joy and despair mingles in his eyes. So I'm not mad then. When I felt his hand moving about the world, as I felt his presence all those years ago, his voice in my mind, I feared that. But tell me, please, what is his purpose? For half my life now, I've wondered, why did he move? Why did we move Stonehenge? Why did he assist Uther in a matter of lust? All so that Arthur might be born. Spin of a tale, Merlin? The fears telling of the story connects each strand on the tapestry with each other, revealing to Ulfin what he sought for so long, his greater purpose of the part he's played. Tears fill his eyes, but were they tears of relief? No, but they were tears of relief. He knows who he is now, and why Merlin chose him. Before he leaves, he grants you a gift. It is nothing, he says, compared to the gift you have granted him. Food and rep. Okay, cool. Oh, we can level up. What skill? Grant action point to the caster. That's not bad. Oh, staggered blow. That's definitely a good one. Yeah. Stopping someone from being able to attack has helped me so many times. Barbed arrow, yes. Deal armor damage to everything in the cone. Kind of want to both these, because I think like the desecration could be really handy. Because we can use it to stop an enemy from moving through a certain area. Or if they do choose to move so, they will take damage. So actually I think I'll choose that. Passing through a pine forest, you come across a clearing in the middle of the woods. At the edge of the clearing, you glimpse a small dwelling under an old oak tree. Investigate. In the dwelling, there's no more than a dilapidated lean-to, made from branches and an inexplicably tanned pieces of animal hide. In front of it, you see remains of a campfire. Pull out. At first, nothing happens, but just about you leave, you notice something approaching through the undergrowth. Soon you can make out a graveling voice. We are coming, we're almost there. Please wait. We do like visitors. We get so few of them, though. Yes, we know we are hard to find. We don't need reminding of that. And why did you bring it up? You are a fool, we say. Do not pretend you didn't hear us. We are speaking quiet. Continue. An old haggard man steps out from behind a tree. Despite having announced himself earlier, he seems shocked to see someone else in his clearing. For he is suddenly quite still and pale as a ghost. Speak to him soothingly. Try not to make any sudden moves. You speak to him calmly, apologizing for starting him, intruding on his solitude. At first, the old man remains afraid of you, but after a while, his rigid pose relaxes. So then, you come to rescue us, my lord? He asks, his voice thin and reedy, as he pulls nervously his bushy grey beard. Some of us would like that. Take him with you? After he packed his meager belongings, the old man follows you to tonight's campsite. Just at the edge of the woods, he seems to be strong and healthy given his age, but he does not stop talking to himself throughout the evening. You're relieved when he finally sinks into a fitful slumber. Tomorrow you'll surely come upon a village where you can leave him. And then the strange old coot will be someone else's burden. You wake in the morning to find the old man crouching by a dying fire. At his feet, a small bounty of wild fruits and mushrooms, all arranged in neat rows and circles. My friends, he says, seeming a little embarrassed, we hope we did not wake you. We must tell you, with great regret, that we will not be coming with you. We had a huge talk during the night, and Magpie and Athelwald, and some of the others would quite like to stay in the forest. So we collected some food to thank you for your efforts. But we'll be going back now. Be thankful Magpie wanted to leave just like that. And take your shiny coins too. Oh, that would have sucked. We said she couldn't? Bad Magpie. Eyes are black. And with that, he walks off into the woods, leaving you to stare after him in confusion. But he leaves me food and yeah, renown, so I'll take it. On a remote glade far from any village, you come upon an edifice resembling an ancient temple. Great heavy stones have been raised in the form of a circle. Old man in robes is gathered there in the midst, chanting at the sky in old tongue. Approach. One of the old men stops chanting, and steps forward to meet you. His long white beard and an oozing, strangely colored scar, where his left eye should be. Lovely. The wind speaks of your coming, and the earth trembles as you approach. Champions of Merlin, he says. The spirit that guides you is weakened, but all lesser spirits fear its dreadful will. Yet, who else will protect us from what's coming? Ask what is coming. Sorry. The old man smiles grimly and points his missing eye. Even to see it is beyond us mortals. I wish I could forget what little I've glimpsed, for oblivion seems sweet by comparison. But it is not yet my time to rest. What I have seen obligates me to act in defense of the natural world, the world of flesh and spirit. Tell me, what do you make of Merlin? Defender of good? Scarred man nods. Tell me, if our world is shattered, do you think he'll grieve from us? Nobody fights for us still. And lastly, the scarred man says, tell me this. Are these your words? Isn't it you who speaks to me, or is it Merlin? And Merlin guides us, but he does not speak for us. Very well then. We'll put our trust in you for good or ill. Take this relic. Wield its power in your cause. A thunderstone. Hello? Apply 5 stacks of days to all units in the area. Oh. Okay. Hell yes. So I think we answered correctly. Do we want to go to the corrupted node? Not particularly. You come from a quiet farm lost in the golden hills of Albion. There is a sense of peace upon the land, such as is rarely found these days. The wheat rustles gently in the wind. The farm appears to be abandoned, but there are 2 simple graves bearing familiar names. Oh, Tristan is old. Oh. A white vine grows from one of the graves, intertwining with those rows growing from the other. Yeah, this is like an ancient story of 2 like lovers. Could the famous lovers be buried here? The legends say they died far away in Bionic, but legends are often wrong. Perhaps they did not die tragically of poison or sorrow, or at the hands of King Mark. Perhaps they lived out their lives here quietly and peacefully. Pleasant. Okay. Take some food. Do not object to take a few fruits and vegetables. Yeah, exactly. Let's go to the arcane node. As you pass by a small grove, you notice mushrooms growing from a fairy ring. You can feel a cold breeze if from a cave or canyon. Though the trees are not stirring, you hear sound of the waterfall, though you do not see a river. The closer you come, the more your eyes grow heavy. The bell, seems to ring somewhere far off. Go to sleep. Eyes fall shut before you've even finished putting up your tents. Dream. Okay. The Moon Boy. You dream that a boy approaches you, his eyes glittering, his teeth are carved into shapes of waves, his hands are the claws of the eagle. He whistles a song about the moon, and when you look up to see in its crimson majesty, the boy steals some of your food and flies. Mother. I've been robbed. Are we here? The road is taking you by the castle of the guard, built by Sir Tor. It's held now by Sir Dermot the Frank, who sat at the table of the errant champions of Camelot, or companions of Camelot. King Dagner is said to despise him, and to have imposed unreasonable taxes upon him. Enter the castle. On entering the courtyard, you're met by castle's young steward, who greets you with enthusiasm and seems like relief. Knights, brave knights and renters, he cries in joy. You could not come at a better time. My lord is in great need of you. Please come. Follow him. So he takes you to Sir Dermot's council chamber, skipping up several steps in sheer excitement. My lord, he cries. I have found true knights to help us in our cause. I can see in their faces they are kind and wise and know nothing of greed. Well, I don't know about that. Sir Dermot is no longer the young man who easily won the tournament of the Blanches Moors. But despite his greying hair, there is something useful in about his grin. You must forgive my friend here, Sir Dermot says. He believes in all the old tales, even the ones about me, a strange condition that no healer has been able to cure. But perhaps today he is right to be excited. Tell me who you are. Remind him of your common adventure. Sophia steps forward, smiling. Have you forgotten the Sparrowhawk tournament, Dermot? I know you are forgetful from being knocked on the head so often, but I thought you would at least remember that. Sir Dermot looks astonished. Sophia, is that really you, old friend? Laughing, the two men embrace each other. I did not recognize you, Sir Dermot said, but I will admit that your beard suits you. And Sophia, it's good to see you again after so many years. We were never more than pawns in the greater game, and it grieved me when we found ourselves on opposite sides of the board. I feel much the same, Sophia responds. But tell me, brother, why do you need our help? Do you remember our friend Sir Georgenet? I don't know how to pronounce that. He serves Charlemagne now, as Lord of Castle of the Borderlands in Marcia Hispanica. It seems there are some strange trouble brewing, and they have not been resupplied for far too long. He's urgently requested that all supplies we can spare. I'm glad to help, but there's the trouble here. Well, there's a trouble here too. I have far too few men to send. That's why I need your help. You'll have it, Sophia promises. Accept the quest. I'm definitely going to accept the payment because we're about to hit a town. Also says excitedly, they are true heroes, Sir Dermot laughs. Indeed, but we're asking a lot of them, and they should receive fair recompense. Fetch the treasurer. Once you've been given the supplies for the castle or the Borderlands, you've been paid for what you're about to undertake. You prepare to set out. Sir Dermot accompanies you to the gate, as does the enthusiastic steward. Good luck, friends. Remember, the lives of Sir Georgenet's men depend on these supplies. Oh, I have to have 10 supplies for them? Oh, I might stuff my face with those. You arrive in Karabranik, the city built by Arachmus, the son of... Yeah, okay, a great man's stature and strength. Oh yeah, we already read this. Do we need a healer? Not really. I'd like to get some items. Yeah, we can reduce that movement a little bit. Yeah, I want my two lowest guys to like get some armor. Actually, you've got a lot more armor than he does. What the hell? Okay. To reach for supplies. Yeah, we'll buy some more food so we don't eat through the stuff that we've been given. Explore lost knife throwers. Okay. Can't afford the healer, can I? Nope. Oh, if I had a little bit more, we could get some stuff. Wow, Thunderstone's expensive. Time for the day. Continuing your journey. I just thought of something. Swap these and see if we can... Oh, hang on. That's heal an ally, so I want you to be able to heal her. Yeah. Actually, no. Swap these around. I want you to be able to have an extra action point so you can like pew some more people. Okay. Oh, a dwarf! As night begins to fall, a red-headed dwarf with a fair face joins you at your campfire. He bears a lute, and without saying a single word, he begins to play. Song of Merlin. Oh, hello. The dwarf sings a strange, eerie tune. It is the tale of how Merlin was begotten onto a virgin by a mighty devil. Okay. Anointed to become the Antichrist. And how Merlin turned away from... Wait, so Merlin's meant to be the Antichrist? What? Turned away from evil, siding with man instead, and submitted himself to Master Belzy, who taught him the secrets of magic. If entranced, you cannot speak or move. When the song is over, the dwarf hands you a purse of silver coins, bows, and vanishes into night. This is why I love dwarves. So wait, Merlin's meant to be... That doesn't sound right. If I go this way, actually, I can try and get to here. Yeah. Something horrible, almost beyond belief, has happened in the small village. A tree has grown in the, from the well, but it's not like any other tree on Earth, for it radiates a dreadful color. Though in truth, it is only a color by analogy. The villagers have left or died in any case. There is no sign of them. The Grail has the power to kill the tree, drawing out its sinister energies and weathering to the cataclysm's roots of this world. But the tree is strong. You have little time. 50% chance? Watch me fail. Yup. What happens? Girl hums and buzzes with power, almost burning your hands as it absorbs the sickness of the cataclysm. But the tree simply will not die. You sense Merlin's tiredness. He could destroy the tree, rip it out from every last element, but he must conserve his strength for what awaits him in Jerusalem. Okay. Your journey has brought you to the most renowned lake in all of Albion. Okay, so we're at the Lady of the Lake. At least it's not covered in stuff this time. The gate is well guarded, only those who carry a token may pass. A merchant dressed as a knight is selling the tokens and for a nearby stand. Come and see that fabled mare where Excalibur lies. Will you catch a glimpse of the sword? Will you see the Lady of the Lake? The water of the lake have many magical properties. They're sought by alchemists and healers from the far corners of the earth. Speak to him. Oh. Merrin's a noble? Oh, I see a group of would-be heroes. Excellent, excellent. I've come to seek the have you come to seek the blessings of the lake for your adventure? Let me assure you that you will not regret it. Many great heroes have praised the wisdom of King Dagnat for allowing all his subjects to visit the remarkable lake. Did you know that some have seen the lady herself? Though such a sighting cannot be guaranteed, of course. Demand passage. Out of the way, peasant, Merriwin growls.